What's going on, everybody? It's another micro bite episode. I know you've gotten a bit of Marcos the last few episodes, so I wanted to drop in here and give a little bit of a tune up of my own. The topic today is pain, suffering from the pain of one of two things, either discipline or regret. I was thinking about this early on a Monday morning. I was getting my workout in, and I was like, man, one of those days. It was rough. Got up at 4:30, had to do a little filming for the lady, doing some of her Instagram reels, and then I had to get to my workout, right? The difficulty of it was I just wanted to be in bed. I wanted to lay in that warm blanket, stay comfortable. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I got up. I got up and I was able to do it. That's discipline because I was doing something I didn't really want to do. Now, it's not that bad in terms of like other examples, it's just a workout. Just get into it early in the morning. It's doing the things you need to do when you have to do it when you don't want to. That's discipline. But I want to give you a little story. I've heard so many times with clients, Friday comes around, they get off their meal plan. Saturday keeps going. Now they're having drinks. Sunday rolls through. They still keep doing the same thing, but they're scrambling. And then Monday morning comes around. They got a fitness routine. They have a goal they have in mind. Now, there's some that probably will likely like me on a Monday morning because I was at a kid's function at a little circus on Sunday, so I was a little tired, but probably likely to drag their feet, kind of scrubbing their eyes and just kind of moaning a little bit. They're going to douse themselves in a bunch of caffeine just to feel normal. But at least they showed up for their non-negotiable. You know what I'm saying? Any way to make it happen. They showed up. But the worst ones are the ones that don't tell me anything. They say they have a goal, yet they don't do anything. So they're probably hitting their snooze button. They're staying under the comforter. They're just staying in that nice warm blanket, just drowning out the world, drowning out the responsibilities. This usually comes with a cascade of like missing the workouts. They didn't prep their meals. They didn't get enough stress management in their day. Now they're just not being mindful of their goals. It's kind of all over. The pain of regret versus the pain of discipline. I think we all know what the pain of discipline requires. It requires us to do things when we don't want to do them, but it's required of us to do it to get the job done no matter what, whether we feel motivated, whether we have the emotional capacity to do it. It's like paying the bills. It's like feeding your kids. You do it every day. You do it every day, whether you like to or not. Whether you've grown or not, you still get it done. So hats off to you. But the pain of regret, this is such an odd one. This is what I've learned about people. And this is not to slight people, not to give them any misjustice, but it's when it comes to setting out a goal for yourself, whether it's a fitness, nutrition, maybe you want to get financially rich or whatever it is. What I've learned about people is when they set a goal and don't hit it, they usually just make a bunch of excuses. And the excuses are just finding a way to justify it. They're really good at a concept of cognitive dissonance. This concept is you say one thing, yet do another. You kind of do some mental gymnastics in your head to, run your hands off of that responsibility and say, you know what? Didn't work out. It just wasn't meant to be. But I'm just going to call it as it is. We know it wasn't. Years from now, you're going to have a thought, man, what if I had just gotten up a little earlier? What if I just put in a little more effort? That's all it took? Oh my gosh, it really only took that much. I could have just done that. Oh, wow. It really wasn't that much. Now, you're in your head now, a few years down the line. You could probably do this exercise right now and go, what do I regret? What could I have done better? In your head, Logically, it sounds good, but in the moment, obviously, it sucks. And here's why. You probably just didn't play it out in your head in that moment to feel the pain of what it would take later on. If you felt the pain of what it actually meant, that pain of regret, if you really had that sunken feeling in your heart, that gut wrenching feeling, that moment of like, I'm irked. I got to do something. I got to do something. Then you would have probably stood up. Something I try to use for myself is, look, I'm only just one moment away. I'm one decision away. I'm one moment away just to get to the next thing. Yes, it sucks. Absolutely. Like I said, I woke up Monday morning. I was like, oh my God, don't want to do this. But the more that you keep doing it, the more that you play with that, the more you have that pain inside you. Here's a little thing. Have a list of pain and hates. List those things. I hate being overweight. I hate not eating the right things. I hate not being there for my family. I hate being incapable. I hate all these things. List like 20 things you hate. I bet you will find the motivation, the discipline, the gumption just to get the job done, what's required of you. Like I said, bills, got to feed the kids, got to feed yourself. Yeah, these things happen. It's the same thing with the fitness plans, the same thing with disciplines, the same thing with regret. Got to do it. So play it out in your head. List that pain. What is that pain? Use it. Use it to do something now. Just don't lie to yourself. Lying to yourself is not a good look. Don't let cognitive dissonance, excuses, justifying it all just kind of hang out. Here's a pro tip before I go. You can find a way to enjoy the suffering of discipline. I'm going to say that again. You can find a way to enjoy the suffering, especially with discipline. You can think about the deep why. You can think about who you're going to be able to serve, who you're becoming. You can find that tunnel, that light at the end of the tunnel. There's so much there. So that's my thoughts for today. Little micro bite. I hope you all enjoy it. Suffer the pain of discipline. Suffer the pain of regret. The choice is yours.